volunteer for a Clydeside at Commonwealth Games, and I'm going to be a marshal in the Commonwealth Games.
I was involved in the selection committee for the baton relay, and that was certainly a very demanding task to whittle down the number of applicants to a small cohort of people who were selected. In addition to that, I mean, as part of the council at corporate level, I have been involved in the arrangements for the triathlon and also for the time trials which will take place in North Lanarkshire.
Well, I'm a Youth Legacy Ambassador for the Commonwealth Games, and basically that means that I try and get everybody involved in them as much as I can, particularly young people.
I'm Dave Smith, and I was part of the GB rowing team in the London 2012 Paralympics where we captured a gold medal.
I'm a baton bearer, and I was nominated by Fir Park Secondary School in Motherwell.
Just regarding the baton, how far the baton's actually travelled all over the world. So I think it's travelled maybe up till today, maybe 70 countries.
The council are involved, and I'm involved through the corporate management team to make sure that we've got all the arrangements in place for the event at Strathclyde Country Park.
Hello, my name is Ross Henderson. I'm Scotland's 91 plus. I'll be representing Scotland at Glasgow 2014.
We're legacy ambassadors to promote the Commonwealth game to young people and to get them involved.
I was lucky enough to compete in the Commonwealth Games in 2002 in Manchester. It was a fantastic experience.
Mumuni Sulemana is my name, from Ghana. I'm the Regional Director of the National Youth Authority, the government organisation for youth in Ghana.
For the Commonwealth Games, I'm going to be a baton bearer in North Lanarkshire, and I'm also going to be a volunteer at the Games in Scotstoun for the table tennis.
I'm involved in a number of ways, primarily as a Youth Legacy Ambassador for North Lanarkshire to celebrate the legacy of the Commonwealth Games as it comes and then as it goes.
I am one of the 15,000 Clydesiders, and my role is pharmacist.
As the Executive Director, I'm responsible for the overall management and planning and execution here in the authority. So that includes the liaison with all the services that are involved, and every service in the council is involved in the Commonwealth Games.
These games can impact their whole lives. If they want to get involved in sports, it might be because they're inspired by someone at these games, for all we know.
Lanarkshire have always been to the forefront of the bowling world.
Well, obviously there's a lot of sport activity and really emphasis on getting people active and fit and healthy throughout the country. So hopefully with all the great facilities and the great memories hopefully that are brought from the games, that's really inspiring for a lot of people, both young and old, to get active and stay active.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the games because it's in Glasgow, and Glasgow's not really had its chance yet to shine, if you know what I mean.
For Glasgow, for North Lanarkshire, for Scotland, it's about promoting all that's good about the country and about North Lanarkshire. Fantastic opportunity to see first-class athletes from across the Commonwealth and to be enthused by their performances and to attract more people into sport and the benefits that come from that. But it's not just about sport, because of the benefits that will come through from individuals who are volunteering, who will benefit from that experience, and many will benefit from in terms of how that will support them in their future careers.
Well, Glasgow are hosting it, but North Lanarkshire are obviously also getting a big chance in the spotlight, you could say.
The whole of the world will be watching Glasgow from all over, every corner of the globe, and it's time for Glasgow to shine and to put this message across.
The Glasgow Commonwealth Games it's not just Glasgow's games, it's across Scotland. There's going to be events everywhere which could inspire somebody to start a new sport. And that's what the Youth Legacy Ambassadors, not only in North Lanarkshire but across Scotland, want to do. They want to get young people involved, regardless of the sport. They want to just get them out there to try something new.
I think there'll be more sporting facilities opened because of it. It'll get more publicity.
Yeah, same. More sports centres open, more sports going on after the Commonwealth.
Obviously you've got the sporting legacy, where you've got all these amazing stadiums and velodrome. And I think the legacy, especially with the West of Scotland, is to improve a lot of the athletics and a lot of the fitness kind of thinking. But also you've got things like business legacies, and you've got a lot of housing and a whole load of other things that have been left behind. And I think it would be really beneficial for Scotland actually, and for Glasgow to leave that legacy behind.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the Commonwealth Games because it's so close to where everyone stays and it's in Glasgow and it's a really good opportunity for us all.
I'd like to see a lot more youth come into the sport, specifically young females, and even a development of a female national team so we can attend more contests in Europe and abroad and just see more of a development for us, potentially for women attending games like Olympics and Commonwealth in the future.
In fact, being honest, I quite like the boxing.
My legacy wish is for more people to enjoy sport, not just in taking part in it, but through other aspects as well. Such as example, just being involved in the media aspect of it and the environment aspect of it. Just in looking at the games and seeing it as a positive experience.
That more people get involved with athletics and not just think it's not important to any other sport, because it is, and there'll be more facilities to use in Glasgow and stuff.
Yeah, more people will start to do all sorts of different sports.
My dad went to the Commonwealth Games in 2002 and that's a really big inspiration for me, and I'd like to replicate that one day. The next Games are in Australia at the Gold Coast. I would like to hopefully try and qualify for that and compete in that for Scotland.
I think everyone in Scotland, regardless of age, will be looking forward to the Commonwealth Games. I think we're still riding on the crest of the bounce effect from the Olympics, and look at the effect that the Olympics had throughout the country, and the Commonwealth Games brings an additional dynamic, and that dynamic is the Scottish passion, and I'm sure that they will make the games, or that will make the games very distinctive for Scotland.
Do you know, actually, I think it's just becoming to get exciting. I think it's kind of creeped up in a lot of us, and actually this event being here in Dumfries has kind of really got me quite excited about what's coming along. We've had a brilliant couple of days, and I think with the two people who've actually competed in bigger games talking about it, I think that's really made it feel quite close. So yeah, I think it's going to be amazing. I think Glasgow and Scotland will do a brilliant job of it, and such a great history of welcoming people. I don't think you can fail to be getting excited.
I'm hoping to get out here for a medal. I'm training for a gold medal, so in my mind I want nothing less. So I'm hoping to come back with a gold medal. Scotland now, Scotland's geared up for the Commonwealth Games. A lot of new buildings, they'll bring a lot of folk to Scotland, a lot of wealth back to Scotland.
They've got a good chance, Scotland, because they're playing on home ground, and that was one of the difficulties we had over in Brisbane.
The opening and closing ceremonies, I think they'll be a great showpiece for Glasgow to kind of show off to the world, and then obviously the table tennis, which I'm involved in. I'm really looking forward to that as well.
I have tickets for the athletics, and on the 1st of August on Friday afternoon at Hampden Park.
Well, I got some athletics. I got 400 metres, I got men's and women's final hurdles, and I think I got a part of long jump.
We're delighted to be hosting the triathlon, which is one of the first medal events, and also the cycling time trials in the northern part of the district, so very much looking forward to it. There's been an enormous amount of preparation being done at the local level within the council, and so many people getting involved in what's going to be a fantastic showcase for sport in Scotland.
I'm looking forward to the vibe and the feel and the atmosphere that will be all around Glasgow, and that will make a lot of people more interested in the Commonwealth Games and also the different aspects of the games.
It gives us a window on the world that we haven't had for a long time here in the west of Scotland, and indeed for the whole country.
Everyone gets to participate in them. They're going to be here and around us, and that's something that doesn't happen often in Scotland, so to actually have the games here where we can first-hand experience it all.
I've never been to the Olympics or any other big sporting events basically, so I'm quite excited to go and be part of the games myself.
I think it's an opportunity for us all to get inspired.
Obviously my role, I'll be working in the Athletes Village, which is such a privilege because not a lot of people taking part will actually, you know, meet the athletes on a day-to-day basis. And also it's nice to be able to use your own skills, and I'm a pharmacist obviously, not a sporting event, but it's quite nice to be able to use my kind of skills within the Commonwealth arena. And also I'm looking forward to some of the games as well. We've got tickets for athletics, so I'm looking forward to that aspect of it as well.
The wrestling's on for 3 days. I'll be on the field of play, which means I'll be right at the heart of it.
You're having it here, I think is amazing, kind of on your doorstep, because we've seen the massive success of London 2012, and a lot of us will remember Usain Bolt bursting onto the scene in 2008 in Beijing.
I would like to see the parade, you know, at the beginning, and it's a fantastic thing. And as you can appreciate, being S for Scotland, we were at the end near enough, and all the countries were lined up outside the stadium. And of course, till it was your turn to march on, and it's a wonderful feeling playing for a country and marching out there and seeing all these people. It was a thing I'll never forget, you know, it's fantastic.
For North Lanarkshire, I hope that a lot of young people get involved, particularly people that do sports and other social clubs within their communities already. I hope that they can all get involved in it and have some fun, basically, over the next year.
North Lanarkshire's second teams, Malaysia and the Cook Islands. It's drove me more to see what they were in the Commonwealth, how not only Scotland but North Lanarkshire connected with them through things like the railways, the different iron that we exported over there. So it's good to actually see that there is links between our second countries.
Obviously it will be better to highlight Glasgow's crowning achievements and what Glasgow is capable of, so the people of Glasgow obviously see it as a better event as it's closer to them, but obviously for the UK, London is quite a big achievement, but it all depends on what the results are at the Commonwealth Games, I feel.
Personally in the Games, I hope to expand my skill set. I want to be better at working in teams and planning events myself so that I can go on and when I go for a job or when I want to put it on my CV, I can say that I've worked for the whole Commonwealth Games and tried to make it better for people. And obviously working with the YLAs, there's maybe 16 of us. That's quite a big group, so I've got some good team skills there.
I expect the young people to be determined, courageous, hard-working, and make sure they live very good lives as we celebrate. They should make sure they comport themselves, they work hard, and make the place a good place.